What's up? We got a little surprise live going on. I just got my candle order in from Mystical Misty Candles, and they're looking pretty dope. And I don't know, I had my phone here, I had my phone stand here, and I had the box right here, so I thought, let's go live, show people what a candle order, like what a bulk size candle order looks like. You can see, here, I'll turn this around so you can see what I've already unpacked. This is what I've unpacked. It looks like I got some love work lined up, little road opening work, domination work. Got me some vulva candles, which are always fun. So yeah, I'm just unpacking this candle order. Let everyone kind of see what I got coming in stock. This looks fun. I don't know what this is. Oh, a male torso candle. Alright, so this guy is actually pretty useful. Oh, female torso candle. Even better. So, what I got going on here is a vulva candle and a torso candle. And these will be used for seduction work. Hands down. Okay, this is going to get... and if you guys are messaging me, I apologize. Obviously, I'm not looking at the screen. The candles are on screen. So yeah, these are definitely going to get used for seduction work. And that could be used, for example, in combination with maybe these. A black marriage candle. Put some seduction on this side for the man. Put something on this side for the woman. And then cut the separation. That would be a multi-candle work. Fun one to do. And when I say fun, I don't mean to be a dick. Here we got another vulva, a pink vulva. So this is for the love. This is not domination. This is not the passion. This is for the love, to capture them. And so if I'm trying to do that seduction work, especially to lure someone out or to cause them to stray, that's what I would, or to test them, if you will. That's the approach I would take. I would offer all those options for them. Here's another one. Torso candle. Okay. What else we got? Now, apparently I order so much stuff, and I order it so far in advance that I don't really know what I order, so it's a surprise for me. But apparently I'm gearing up to do a lot of love work. There are a lot of red candles here. Here's a happy loving couple. What else? Oh gosh. Oh, but there's plenty of yellow ladies for happiness, for money, for gold. It's a yellow man. So the multi-candle workings are something that I kind of consider more advanced candle working, because you're going to use the principles of single or small number candle working and apply it over many candles. Another red lady for some love work. Now, if I were going to do attraction work for a man to just help him find love, I might take him, I might surround him with a bunch of lovely ladies and make that come around. Yeah, it looks like I picked mostly Figural candles this time. In here is one skull candle I'm very excited about because I've never seen it before. More yellow ladies. So again, I'm going to be well provided for some of these workings. And if you're looking to have this type of stuff done, holler at me. Or maybe I'll do a class, since I bought so damn many. What do we got here? Another happy man. Alright. Orange we usually use for road opening. So, road opening candle for a man. Ooh. Getting crowded over there. Now where is this awesome skull candle? And again, these candles are from Mystical Misty Candles. She's here on Instagram. That's where I met her. I met her about 2 years ago. I've been working with her nonstop. Everything is hand-poured beeswax and hemp wicks. It's super high quality. The wholesale prices are phenomenal, and I can't recommend her highly enough. And you know, one of the important things with candles, there's a pink vulva candle. One of the important things with candles is you really can't overemphasize the value of having them custom poured for you. Because when you go to a Botanica, some kind of store, and they've been sitting on that shelf, they've been picking up a lot of energies, possibly a lot of entities, because people are coming into that store with all kinds of things going on with them, let alone with the people who run the store putting in there. And that kind of thing will start to settle into what's in the store, candles and things like that. So you have to expend time, resources, energy, sort of exercising your candles before you use them. But when you get them custom poured and they just wrap them up and send them to you like this, you know, much less of a need for that. We'll wash these in salt water, pray over them a little, and then hit them with some blessing, and they should be good to go. Oh, there's a whole other layer down here. Wow, I got a lot of candles, you guys. Shit, I need a bigger candle table. Okay, they're going to go on the desk behind me. So purple, man. So purple we would use for power, anything to do with power. So we use it to have power over a man, dominate him, or to empower him. That would depend on the roots. That would depend on the prayers. That would depend on everything we did there. I want to find this really cool skull candle that I ordered. Let's see what we got here. A couple more perps. Another purple man. So again, these will be used for empowering. These will be used for, or for dominating, right? So, let's see what we got here. Purple lady. Okay. Once I got this unpacked, I'll flip it up and look at questions and stuff, and that'll be fun. We can talk candles. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the one, you guys. I never ordered one of these before. And I ordered it in white, so it's highly generic. So this is a skull candle, which are very useful to get into someone's head. White I would use for cleansing their mind, okay? And it is, if I can get it off without disturbing the wick, it's hollow, see? So I can load this up with their personal concerns, what I want to put in their head, whatever, and what have you. Okay, I can fill this all the way brimming up, dress it. Once it's filled up, I'll seal it. Okay. Then I will take the candle and baptize it in their name. Okay. Establish the link with them. And then I'll just work the candle. Okay, I'll prepare this candle as if it were someone's head. Meaning I'll wash it in holy water and coconut water and things of that nature. I'll put salves on it, salves, however you pronounce that. I'll wrap it, okay? And so this candle will be treated just like the head of the person who I've packed it with for some amount of time. And then after that, I'll dress the candle and burn the candle. Okay, so they get used, you know, a figural candle, all these. So now I'll go ahead and show the rest of the candles because I think that was the last one. So like, this is my stash. This is my haul. Pretty good haul. You know, so all these candles, it's not like you just take it and you slather some oil on it and throw some herbs on it and you burn it. Okay? It's an effigy. You know, one of the reasons that we use these candles is we could take it and we can open up the base. Okay? Open up this base and load it with personal concerns, or load it with their name paper or their photo, with all this stuff. Okay? Even with the skull, even with the vulvas and all that. Okay? So we can do that and then work it as if it's them. Work them in effigy. You know, if it's someone that you're trying to keep from causing harm, bind that up, tie it in chains, put it in a box, chain it up, blindfold it, all that stuff. You don't have to just burn these candles. The thing about a figural candle is it's a combination doll and a candle, essentially. And you work it like a doll until such time comes where you need to put extra energy into that work. And then you work it like a candle. But then I'll also tell you, they're huge candles. There's a ton of wax to these. And so you burn them bit by bit. You know, you don't burn them all. You don't just set that thing and light it on fire and let it burn down necessarily. You've worked it for some time. You've established a link with a person. You've really closely bonded that candle to that person. Okay? And that's the most important thing about any figural candle work. Okay? The single most important thing about figural candle work is going to be to bond establish the link between the candle and the person, right? And that's why this is dope, right? This guy I can already start to fill up because I can start collecting things of that person and start preparing that link, okay? Whether you're doing good or bad, the link is super duper important. One thing I could do, not that I'm going to baptize it, but I could take this, shredded money, and stuff this with this. Right? and then throw some money drawing herbs, throw a lodestone in there, and that mind will be on money, pulling money nonstop, right? And that's what we use the skull candle for, to really enter the mind of someone. But the figurals, and one thing that I like to do is I'll get, here, a red woman candle. Okay, now I could prepare both of these for the same person, and this then becomes like a zoom in. Okay? And when you have the vulva candle, depending on what you're doing, oh, I'm holding it down there. I should be holding it up here. All right, so I have the red woman candle and the red vulva candle. Right? So I'll use the woman candle for the woman. So if I want to bring her to a man, or bring a man to her, that'll represent her, and everything will be in reference to her. Now, this is pretty specifically about her vulva. So whatever's going on, whatever we're trying to do, we can do right here. Now, if we're trying to, say, do a confound a man spell, here, now we'll set up some fun spells on the box here. Right, so we were going to do a confound a man spell. We might take a purple man, or well, not even confound. Let's say we want to get this guy some chances out there. He wants to get out and start dating, right? So we'll take him, and maybe in that case we won't use purple. Maybe if we're trying to attract people to him, we'll go ahead and use the orange for the road opening. Okay? And then we'll prepare suitors around him of various sorts, right? Happy girl, the Venusian, maybe the Taurus. This might be a Taurus, right? Because it's red, it's love, it's ruled by Venus, okay? And what have you. Maybe set this up over here. And maybe set this up over here, right? And so we can turn him to face different ones. We can move him towards. We can position him in all kinds of interesting ways. Okay, it's like playing with action figures. It's not that far off. You may be familiar with that, or maybe it's been some time. But it is the same logic as mapping space. The difference between this and playing with dolls is, maybe it is just playing with dolls, but you take each of these, and even if you don't map it to a specific person, like this one I would, if this was my client, let's say, I would map him, I would probably cut the chest open, take a photo of him, prepare that photo in a specific way, and implant it in the chest. Or I would implant it in the base, but with these I like the chest a little more. Okay? And then with this, like I don't know who this is. This is someone I want him to meet, right? But I would prepare her with herbs. Okay? And I would give her a description, or I might even again give her an astrological description, a Taurus woman, and so she would get the same baptism, she would get the same process of preparation, and then she would be prepared with love herbs, perhaps earthier ones if she was a Taurus woman. Okay, so that would each one will get prepared appropriately. This one would be prepared with honey. Maybe she would be prepared with gold dust on top of that honey or something like that. And on and on. That's basically how the complex figural candle work. And so you might take him, bring him to her, and the next night bring him to her, and 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 keep doing this. Each night, change it. And you might light this one every night, and then the night he goes to her, light this one, but none of the others are lit. And then after you're done working it for whatever, you put it out, put her out. Then the next night you light him, light this one, bring him to her. Okay? So that, and then when that one's done, put it out. The next night you would come light this one and this one. You know, so that you can activate, turn on different ones. You know, that puts heat on their head. It puts heat on their spirit. It adds energy to them with a specific sort of intention. So that's a kind of a quick and dirty, pun intended, talk about figural candles. I think and you can use the male and female figural candles to stand in for people very easily and do literally any type of work with it. And one thing that I've been expressing to a number of clients recently in terms of distance candle work, okay, is that, again, my main point here today, the most important thing is how strong of a link can you establish to that person? How strong of a link can you establish with that person? Can you link to that person through a personal concern, Okay, can you get a piece of her bra to put here? And a piece of her pubic hair to put here? Because if you do that, this thing's going to fucking work. 90% of the time, we'll say. If not, you have a name paper. Okay, did you make sure you got her name right? You have a photo of her in there? Do you have her full name? Do you have her date of birth? Do you have her time of birth? Do you have her astrological chart in there? How specifically connected is this to her? Do you just have a first name? Just a nickname? A fake name? No picture? I don't know what you're going to get done with that. Okay? That's one of the main things. So the more you can connect it to a person, if you take one of these, like a full body Figural, okay, and you can get hair for the head, pubic hair for the pubic region, and then particular, piece of her bra for there, piece of her clothing, piece of her sock or a shoe for the base, that's target locked. Target locked, okay? And that's, you can add name papers, you can add photos, but those direct pieces of their essence, you got them. That's on the one hand why you got to protect that stuff, guys. You can't just be leaving it out there. And on the other hand, be careful, because the doing it right ain't easy, and doing it easy ain't right, right? And if you miss, it may seem like nothing happens, but something's definitely happening. It's just not what you're seeing. So it's not like, oh well, nothing happened, no harm, no foul. You're throwing energy out there, man. You're changing the universe. You're not changing it in the way you want. Even if you change it in the way you want, you don't necessarily know what you're going to get with it. But you gotta think about this shit. You definitely gotta think about it. So, I just want to give a quick demo on Figurals, kind of show you guys how I work with them, and I'll use different kinds. I'll show you a couple more here. So let's look at this shelf for a minute, and I'll go get some more that I have hanging around. Look at these beautiful things. So, red is for love. Purple is for sort of control and domination. So purple mixed with red to make maroon is for dominating love. Okay? Now some other ones I like. This one's a classic candle for when someone owes you money. A green devil candle. Okay? What you do is you dress it up with domination herbs and money drawing herbs. Okay? Dress it up with money drawing herbs, domination herbs, and you basically call this impish little character to torment them until they pay you. Now you gotta try to get them to pay you every day. Now one thing you can do is because depending on your particular outlook, you may have a different approach to working with these impish little characters. So one thing I like to do, you can give them the friendly way and do them right side up. But I even turn a saint upside down, so I sure as hell will turn a devil upside down. Right? So we'll do this. Cut this off here. Okay, cut the wick off, make it flat here. Put a fire to the devil's feet and put him to work. You'll run the devil. With a red or a black one is a great run devil run to turn him upside down and burn his feet. Whenever we turn a candle upside down, we're agitating that spirit a great deal. We're turning them upside down, and we do the same thing with the saint. With certain saints, if they're not working, we turn them upside down. And so that's the trick, right? In some cases, to motivate someone who's stubborn, you turn them upside down. Now, of course, you're going to again agitate them. They're going to be pissed off. So it totally depends on your relationship with them. I would never do that with Santa Muerte, for example. There's just it's not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it. I've heard of works where you cut the heads off her statues and things like that. That ain't how I work with her. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's not right. I'm just saying I would never do it. But yeah, green devil candles are good for getting your money back. I have green Santa Muerte candles, which are good for court case stuff. And for money too, getting money. What else do we got? Yeah, mail road openings. I like the white candles because they're kind of like a blank canvas and you can do a lot with them. But now, so one cool thing about this particular candle vendor, Mystical Misty, where'd I put her little logo sticker she gave me? Someone, I think, linked it before. I wish I could have pinned it. Can I pin that? How do I pin it? She's really excellent. Where'd she go? I'll try to pin that. If someone can tag, oh, here it is. Boom. I don't know how to pin a post. I'll be honest with you. Pin comment. There you go. Yeah, so Mystic... No, that's not actually her thing. I'm going to unpin that. If someone can find Mystical Misty candles, I want to shout her out, because they hand pour all these, and they'll do multiple colors for you. So you might want to do a red and black. You might want to do a purple and yellow. You might, whatever you want. They'll pour it custom for you. So I'll often do a 3-color Santa Muerte, white, red, black, and the white on top. And those are they do the job before you get down through the red usually. If you're sitting there and working it. And she makes some huge candles. Hold on, I'm gonna get this Santa Muerte Figural candle. I'll let you guys look at here. Look at old devil right here. So you can think about what you want to do. Like, if his arms are crossed and you want to use that in any way, if you want to tie his wrists up, tie him up, and turn him upside down, because you're having money troubles and you're trying to stop those money imps, you could do that. So here's the big Santa Muertes, and these are really big. This thing's like 3 or 4 pounds of wax. Okay. These are good altar candles, but usually I'll only use them for workings. I really like these a lot too. So yeah, I see a lot of you guys commenting and asking for a class. Dream job, a specific job. All right, I'm going to teach you a trick to get a specific job. Here, I found This Is Mystical Misty. Go ahead, tell her Hootie Moses sent you. I think you have to order through her website, but the link's in bio, and there should be a place to comment and order, and please tell her. So if you want a specific job, Kendra, first, you got to go get dirt from that property. Hands down. Ideally from the 4 corners of it, but some places it's in a city, it's just got like a little flower bed out front or whatever. You need dirt. You need dirt from there, and you need to put that in a bowl. Okay? You bring that home, and then you just start by working that dirt. Talking to that dirt, praying over that dirt, you'll go ahead and you can put one of these, a yellow woman candle, or an orange woman candle for yourself in that dirt. Orange would be more appropriate for road opening. And you would just, again, sit it in that dirt, put it in there. In the bowl or whatever you put it in, get a picture of that building, put it on the outside of that, so you're putting yourself in there. Get a picture of your supervisor, whoever that'll be. If you have their signature on a letter or an email, anything like that, put it in there, put it all in there. Get it sweetened up, okay? Oh, Mystical Misty just tuned in. Cool, maybe it showed her that we got tagged. Hold on, I'm going to wave to her. I'm going to ask if she wants to join. My battery is dying, but I just want to bring her in real quick. How do I invite her? Oh, this one. And I want to thank her for these candles. Yes. Hopefully we'll get her. Because you did a great job, as usual. I had to tell all these people about you. And hopefully it won't put my candles at the back of the line because you have so much new business. But, like, these are great. And I know she recognizes them and this package and this box and everything. But you did a killer job. I love the skull candle. It was definitely on the pricier end, and I was little hesitant to get it, but this thing is awesome. Awesome. My light's too bright. I love this thing. I'm going to have a blast using it. I love how easy it is to work with the wick, and it's going to be easy to seal. And guys, this is great to just make an altarpiece effigy. You could pack this with all kinds of stuff. You could pack it with crystals. You could pack it with whatever you want it to be focused on. You could put a spirit in here. There's a lot to working with the shape of the skull, the particular geometry of it, and sealing this up and using it as an altarpiece would be a very, very, very cool thing to do. And so I think Misty declined my invitation, but it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you. I'm glad you got to tune in to see me do that. Yeah, I will definitely, guys, consider doing a class. Maybe we can even get Mystical Misty Candles to sponsor a class or something of that nature. But yeah, check her out. Check out their candles. They are what I use. Again, they're all beeswax. They're made with these hemp wicks. They're excellent candles, and they're all hand poured, so you don't have them sitting and picking up bad juju and other vibes or whatever the fuck else is at the Botanica. Any candle is specific to bring in money. Yeah, I mean, we're going to use yellow for money. We use green for money. That would be the colors. For jobs, we typically consider that road opening, so it's going to be orange. And jobs in general, you might put it on the on the classified ads, or you might print out the jobs that you're applying to, because jobs don't come to you. You got to go to jobs, but you might sweeten particular whatever the emails, for example, that you're sending out with your resume. You might just put your resume up in there. Okay. Add honey to it to sweeten you up, and honey's also sticky, so it sticks you together. Things of that nature are appropriate for jobs. Lodestone is help for attracting. Gold candles are good for money too, but more like golds. It's more like wealth, which you can check out my wealth and money books and find out more about the difference between those things and why it's different in spiritual work. Yeah, we use all kinds of different candles, and like these Santa Muertes here. This one's a gold one. It lives on my altar. I have burned her. I burned her to do a work one night, but she's dressed like a statue, and that's with these bigger figurals. You can load them. That's they're like wax dolls. Okay, you can open them up, load them up, put all the mysteries you may want to put in there if it's for a spirit, something like that. Even with that skull candle, right? Like if there's a saint you work with and you want to be able to communicate with them, because what a skull does is it gives you eyes and, well, not ears, but you can make an auricular cavity and a mouth, okay? And so if you want to communicate with a spirit, you can load this up with their mysteries and attach this to them, baptize it in their name and all those things, okay? So this is a serious tool. And then if you need to apply pressure to that spirit, you want to heat it up, then you put fire on its head. And that puts energy to it, wakes it up, gives it some, it's as if your head's on fire, right? Like, you'll wake the fuck up. But you can feed it through the mouth. You can feed this spirit through the mouth, whatever you put in here. You can drill right through the mouth into the inner cavity and feed it things. You can put words in someone's mouth with a skull candle. Skull candles are one of my favorite candles. And I'm thinking of doing a figural candle class at next year's Mile High Conjure Gala. But maybe we'll start with an online class. Maybe we'll do it in March. If you guys want to see a figural candle class, give me like one of those heart bomb things. And as many of those as I get, I'll know that's how many people are kind of interested in the class. And then, if I get 10 or 15 of them, I will definitely do plan a figural candle class for March or April, because I'm looking ahead at the classes I want to do anyway. So that's kind of perfect. Okay, 3. Oh, that's a big one. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you guys want the class. That's cool. So we'll definitely do it. I'll save this video. I'll save it on IG, and then I'll rip it and put it up on my Patreon. I retooled the Patreon a little bit, by the way, guys. That $15 level gets you everything except the webinars. The $25 level gets you all my webinars, at least in audio format. So like Tarot Boot Camp or Hebrew Folk Magic or any of those, if you just want to see if you just want to hear it, if you don't need to see it, go ahead and sign up at that 15 level. At the 25 level, at that 25 level. And at the 15 level, you get all these lives, all the Bible studies. Oh, and Monday Night Bible Study. If you like this shit, check out Monday Night Bible Study. It's not lame. It's basically this with the Bible and a little more conjuring. So thanks for checking it out, guys. Again, I will save this video. It'll be posted to my live in a couple minutes, and you can go ahead and review it if you missed the beginning. And Mystical Misty, thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm super grateful for you, for the work you do, for your tireless efforts to source new molds and come up with new candles and whatnot. And let's talk about sponsoring a candle workshop for these fine folks. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.